Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your daily horoscope for 14th October 2021, which is a Thursday. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I also do weekly video horoscopes and monthly sun rising sign video horoscopes, and you can watch all those on my YouTube channel. So let's talk about what's happening today. And the first thing happens at about 8 a.m. Pacific time. Now, if you are elsewhere in the world, you can always convert the Pacific time to your time zone to know when the energy is going to peak for you. So, what's happening here is that the moon in Aquarius is sextiling Chiron and trining Mercury retrograde. And we also have Mercury retrograde here opposing Chiron. So this is a lot of energy. And the moon in Aquarius is usually stressed out because Saturn is there. Saturn is the planet of commitment, decisions, hard work, all these sort of things. So these 2.5 days while the moon will be in Aquarius can feel stressful, can feel like a lot, can feel like a lot of work needs to be done, and Saturn can also make us feel low. So just be mindful of that. And what's happening here? Okay, let's break this energy down. So Mercury retrograde has been opposing Chiron for some time now, and Mercury has been retrograde since September 27th and will be till October 18th. And Mercury is the planet that rules our logical mind. It's the planet of communication and thinking and all these things, right? And it's opposing Chiron, the planet of our pain, our wounds, but also the planet that heals us. So this is a moment here where we might feel a little hurt, we might feel a little wounded, and the goal for this energy is to overcome that pain, whether that's through communication or thinking things through, or through a change in Mercury things, our environment, our peer group, our siblings, our social media, any sort of adjustment so that we can feel healed. But this can lead to communication about things that are hurtful, right? It can, because Mercury is communication. At its very simplest, it's communication. And in the sign of Libra, Libra is the planet, the sign for relationships. This could be a communication that we undertake or undergo about something that heals, that has hurt us in the past, but through that communication we feel healed, right? And that tendency of communicating angrily or in a frustrated way has passed because Mars has moved on, right? It's not conjuncting Mercury anymore. So if that's happening, maybe the communication is so that we can feel healed because the moon is involved, right? Our emotions are involved, and in a positive way. The sextile to Chiron is positive, the trine to Mercury retrograde is positive. So although there's a feeling of feeling wounded, a feeling of feeling hurt that might lead to communication through which we feel somewhat healed, our emotions are definitely are being impacted positively through this energy. I cannot say that we're feeling good because with Chiron, it's bittersweet. We don't really feel good. Yes, we feel good that we've spoken, we've communicated, we've thought things through, we've made changes, we've made adjustments connected to things that have hurt us, but it's bittersweet. But in the end, it is a healing conversation, a healing change, healing adjustment that can happen at this point. And Mercury retrograde will be in this position opposing Chiron for some time. So it's not just 8 a.m., right? It was there yesterday, it will be there today, it will be there tomorrow as well. This feeling of feeling a little wounded, but communicating that, moving through that so that we can feel healed. And moving on, at 1 p.m. Pacific time, sorry about that. Give me a moment. All right. So at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we have the moon squaring Uranus, right? So the moon at 13 degrees is making a square, a 90-degree angle with Uranus. Now, this can feel challenging, this can feel stressful. Uranus is the planet of sudden, unexpected changes. Uranus is a lot of energy. Yes, it's about raising our vibration and consciousness, but it's a lot of energy. And Uranus does not do things in a subtle way, right? Uranus does things in a very bold way. So we feel Uranus, and Uranus energy does not feel easy. And now it is making an aspect with our emotions, the moon. So this could be a sudden change. This could be feeling frazzled emotionally. That leads to a change. And that change will take us one more step towards our unique, authentic self and raise our vibration and consciousness. But the feeling is not very easy. So if you're feeling frazzled, if you're feeling stressed out, that's because Uranus is making an aspect with our wounds. And through adjusting something, through changing something, we can tap into the higher vibration, not the higher vibration, tap into the positive of Uranus, and that is raising our vibration and consciousness and being our true authentic self. But I did mention in yesterday's video that the moon in Aquarius feels stressed, and that's because it goes through so much every time, right? It conjuncts Saturn, it squares Uranus, and right as it is approaching the sign of Aquarius, it conjuncts Pluto. So this is the time of the month, every month, when the moon is transitioning from Capricorn into Aquarius, where we feel all these intense things, and the goal is to build our new life, the new cycle that started in December of 2020. So this is the most intense 2.5 days, I would say, of the month. And also when the moon is in Leo, because then it opposes Saturn. Okay, but there's still time for that. So now that's pretty much it for today. So two aspects, one a mixed energy in the morning, and the Mercury retrograde Chiron opposition will continue all day, and then at 1 p.m. an aspect with Uranus that can lead to us feeling frazzled. That's Uranus, It brings about change by making us feel like I'm done with this, I'm never looking at this again. Or no, I need to make a change. I just feel like I have to do it now. That unexpected change that you don't even know it's coming from you. That's Uranus. So just be mindful of those things. We do have positivity building up, and you'll be feeling that as well. We have the sun getting ready to trine Jupiter. Actually, it is trining Jupiter in a way. So let me show this to you, because this happens technically tomorrow, but let's just speak about it today, because it's good to speak about positive things, right? So this is about 12 a.m. midnight, so today, tomorrow. The sun here is trining Jupiter. This is a positive energy. Jupiter is the planet of blessings and rewards and gifts and healing, and the sun is our soul, it's our consciousness, and a trine is positive. So this could be a blessing, a gift to our soul, to our consciousness, to our identity. We can feel healed in some ways at this point. We can receive blessings at this point. So this is a very positive aspect, and at the same time, we do have the moon here at 19 degrees, at the same time trining Mars, right? So this is a lot of positivity. Jupiter here trining the sun, while Mars here trining the moon. So this is a lot of positivity. It could be a blessing, a feeling of feeling healed when it comes to our identity or our consciousness or our soul. And the moon making a positive aspect with Mars, the planet of action and courage and getting things done, can just mean that we might find that emotional willpower, courage, drive to move forward. And Mars re-energizes things. So this is a point where we might find that energy to move forward and get things done. So this moment here is an extremely positive one. And the exact trine will happen tomorrow at 5 a.m. and I will move up the chart and show you. At the same time, we will have the moon conjunct Jupiter as well. There you can see this. The moon is conjuncting Jupiter while it is trining the sun. So today may be intense, but tomorrow we do have a positive aspect, and tonight we'll start to feel it. Moon conjunct Jupiter is very positive. It's a blessing to our emotions, a feeling of feeling good. And with the trine to the sun, this could very well be a deep-seated healing, because the sun is our soul. It's very deep. Emotions change. The moon changes so fast, right? We go through different emotions every hour that can happen. But the sun is slower, right? So that's our soul, that's our consciousness. So when Jupiter makes an aspect with that, and that doesn't happen very often, then that's a more permanent feeling, a longer term feeling than the moon. So we'll break this energy down tomorrow properly, but we are building up to positivity is what I wanted to show you. And Venus here is also getting ready to trine Chiron. So that's another positive thing we are getting into. And Mercury and Jupiter both will come out of retrograde on October 18th. So not too far out. And that's a good thing as well. And on October 6th, Pluto came out of retrograde. On October 10th, Saturn. And now on October 18th, these two planets will come out of retrograde. And that means the forward movement, the pace at which things have been moving will pick up again. Since April, it's been slowing down. And as we entered October, it was really, really slow. But from October 6th, with Pluto going direct, it started to pick up. Now it'll pick up more when Mercury retrograde and Jupiter retrograde go direct. So that's pretty much it for today. I will give the brief big picture of 2021. Now, these are themes that we are working on a daily basis. And the first of those is the Uranus Saturn square of 2021. These planets are squaring after 21 years, so it's a rare thing to go through. And right now, this energy is not at its peak. It was in the month of June and will be in the month of December. And this energy is asking us to change, embrace the new, and embrace our true authentic self. The second thing about 2021 is that it is a year that we are laying the foundation for two long-term astrological cycles that started in 2020. The first Saturn-Pluto cycle of 33 to 38 years that will be with us till 2053, and they met up in Jan of 2020 and ended a cycle that started in 1982 and began a new one that will be with us till 2053. And the Saturn-Jupiter, these planets meet up once in 20 years, and when they do, they begin a 20-year cycle. And that's what happened in December of 2020. And 2021 is about building these long-term cycles, laying the foundation for these cycles. So to sum it up, 2021 is all about change, embracing our true self, our authentic self, and building these two long-term astrological cycles. And the Saturn-Uranus square, right? This energy, it's a square, and it's a square between two heavy energies. Saturn, that is not easy, and Uranus, that is sudden and unexpected and not easy either. So that's why 2021 has this intensity to it. It has this feeling of pressure to it, right? Because it's a square, pressure, friction, change. But squares are great at growth, right? Through squares, we grow and evolve. So yes, it might feel intense, it might feel challenging, but that's how we grow. We only grow through challenges. We only grow through change. So that's what this year is about. And stepping out of our comfort zone rarely feels easy, right? And that's what this is demanding. Embrace the new, embrace our true authentic self, and embracing our true authentic self is not easy either. So that's why 2021 feels the way it does. Okay, now I'll pick a card for today and then we'll close it out. Relaxation. I think we got this card when the moon was in Capricorn as well. And I think there's so much intensity that somehow the message that we are getting this week, because this is the second time this card has come this week, is to relax. Find time to relax. Because it is intense, right? Moon in Aquarius, conjunct Saturn, square Uranus. It is intense, but we must find time to relax. But tomorrow it's positive, right? We have a positive energy building up. Wisdom. This card is Jupiter, right? Jupiter is the planet of wisdom and knowledge and blessings, yes, but wisdom and knowledge is Jupiter's domain. It's the planet of higher wisdom. Mercury is the planet of logical thinking, logic, math, computer programming. Mercury. Jupiter is wisdom, the meaning of life, all that sort of stuff is Jupiter. So today I think the message is to focus on wisdom, because Mercury, our logical mind, is making aspects with Chiron which might feel difficult, and it is retrograde. When Mercury is retrograde, if you aren't born with Mercury retrograde, then the logical thinking becomes a little clouded. So go with wisdom, find time to relax, because we still have Mercury in retrograde, right? We still have that energy with us. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, and it's funny because that's what this is, right? Wisdom is, it doesn't come from logic. Wisdom is not logic based, it's experience based. And if you're a wise soul, then you have this. And that's the message. Trust your inner voice, trust your wisdom, right? Innate wisdom, we all have it. And you don't need the logical mind for it, because our logic will not work today. And that's because it's making an aspect with Chiron, our wounds. When we feel wounded, we feel hurt, we cannot think straight. We think with our pain, we think with our emotions, we react. And today is not a good day for that. Communication, yes. To heal, yes. From a calm, centered place, yes. But reaction, no. And let your inner voice guide you. Don't fall into your mind today, because our mind is dealing with its pain. And that's not easy, right? And it will be there for another day or so till it moves off Chiron. Let's go with one more card. So let's see what happens. Come to the edge. And I think this card is saying that don't be scared, right? Don't be scared. Go with your gut, go with your wisdom. Trust in yourself, in your inner voice, not your logical mind. And then go with that. Go with that. Because Mercury, we fear from our mind. Fear is mind based. A lot of it, not all of it. A lot of the fear we feel is mental. Oh, this will go wrong, this will go wrong. And when we do that, it's difficult to step into our truth or step into who we are. But if we trust and say, okay, I feel this will go the right way, I believe, I have faith, I trust, then we can go after things that our logical mind would be too scared to go after. And I think today is that energy. So that's all I'm going to say. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all for my daily video tomorrow. Bye.